Aloha, Ohana and friends. Aloha, Tori. Aloha, Reagan. Today I have a special tale with Tutu called Rainbow Crow. Now, this is a retelling of a Lenape story, and it's a beautiful story about a crow and what he was willing to do for his friends. Long ago, before the two-legged walked the earth, the weather was always warm and the animals were always happy. But something one day happened to cause the earth to grow cold. Tiny crystals glittering like diamonds drifted down from the sky, covering the earth with a sparkling softness. The animals, seeing snow for the first time, were not afraid, but very curious. But soon the snow started to deepen, and they started to get just a little concerned. It got deeper and deeper, and all of a sudden, Mouse disappeared. All you could see was the tiny tip of his tail. And the snow kept getting deeper and deeper, and then Rabbit disappeared. And all you could see were his ears sticking up through the snow. And still, the snow kept on coming and getting deeper and deeper. The animals started to get concerned about this. And at last they gathered together in a clearing deep inside the forest to talk about this weather. What they decided, was a messenger to travel to the great sky spirit and ask him to stop the snow. But who would be willing to leave the earth to visit a distant place where the sky spirit dwelled? Well, the old noisy animals started screeching and howling because they couldn't decide who should go to ask the great sky spirit to stop the snow. And that's when all the arguing and bickering started. You do it. No, you do it. No, you do it. And while they argued, the snow kept getting deeper and deeper and deeper. And to keep from being swallowed up by the snow, the smaller animals had to climb on top of the tall animals so they would not disappear completely. With all this arguing going on, suddenly, from the top of the tallest tree, flew down this beautiful crow. He was the most beautiful bird on earth and had feathers with all the colors of the earth, all the rainbow colors that you could sing. And he called out to the animals below in the sweetest voice, because he had a beautiful voice, and sang, I'll go and stop the snow for you animals, because you're all my friends and I care about you. Well, the animals were happy at last to have Crow as their messenger, and they chanted a song of praise to him. Rain, rainbow crow, stop the snow, crow, fly to the sky. Rain, rainbow crow, ay-ya, ay-ya, ay-ya. So the crow took off on this dangerous journey to the great sky spirit. And he flew far above the snow, then above the winds of the earth, and way beyond the moon and the stars and the clouds. But it was a long and dangerous journey. For 3 days, Crow flew until he came upon the great sky spirit, who was too busy to notice the beautiful rainbow crow. So Crow started to sing a song to the sky spirit. Oh, great spirit in the sky, you rule the earth from way up high. You make the creatures large and small. You are the ruler of us all. You make the trees and flowers grow. You cause the wind and clouds to blow. You make the rain, you make the snow, you make the cold on earth below. Oh, great spirit in the sky, for you I sing this beautiful lullaby. Well, because the song was so beautiful, the great spirit stopped to listen. Never before had he heard such a sweet song or such a beautiful voice sing the beautiful song. And he told Crow to choose a gift. Now Crow knew that far below on earth the snow was getting so deep that soon all the animals would be swallowed up and disappear. So he asked the great sky spirit to please stop the snow. The spirit replied, Oh, no, Crow. I cannot stop the snow, for the snow has a spirit of its own. When the snow spirit leaves the clouds to visit his friend the wind spirit, the snow will stop, but the earth will still be cold. So Crow asked the great spirit to stop the cold to save his friends. And the great spirit again replied, No, Crow, I cannot stop the cold. All I can do is give you a gift, the gift of fire. Fire will keep you warm and melt the snow so that your friends will be content until warm weather returns. So the great spirit picked up a stick and put a little bit of fire on the end of it and handed it to Crow. I will give you this gift of fire, but hurry. Once you fly back to earth, You must hurry before the fire disappears forever. Now remember, it took him 3 days to get there, so it's going to take that long to get back. And on the first day, as Crow flew down, showering sparks of fire started to darken all those beautiful rainbow colors of his. On the second day, as Crow flew down, the fire burned brighter and the stick grew shorter, and all of Crow's feathers were covered with black soot. And then on the third day, as Crow flew down, the fire was so hot and the stick was so short that smoke and ash blew straight into the Crow's mouth, and his beautiful song voice became that hoarse, cracked caw, caw that we know of today. When Crow got down to the earth, he saw all his animal friends had been covered and swallowed by the snow, and he had to work fast. So he returned to the clearing, and all the animals where they had disappeared. He flew around and down, close to the pale ground, until the fire melted the snow, and he saved all of his animal friends. Well, this tiny stick of fire became the grandfather of all fires, and for this, all the animals thanked the Crow. They danced and sang a praise to him, chanted a song to him. Kind young brave Crow saved us from the snow, flew to the sky high. You brought back the fire, but now you're just plain black Crow, no more rainbow. Well, as we all know, praise is very fleeting if you get it at all. And at last, every one of Crow's friends had turned and left him all alone. So all alone, Crow flew off to a distant tree where he sat, and he started to cry. He looked at his feathers. They were no longer beautiful. He tried to sing a song, caw, caw, but he could no longer sing a sweet song. His rainbow feathers were gone forever. Well, it made him sadder and sadder, and even his friends had disappeared and left him alone. When the snow spirit emptied to the clouds and joined the wind spirit, the snow did stop, but Crow still wept. And he cried so loud and so long that the sky spirit came down to him this time. And he looked at the Crow. Crow, what are you crying for? Look, soon the two-legged will appear on earth, and they will take fire and become master of all of you. But for being so brave and so unselfish, I'm going to give you a special gift. But all my gifts are gone. My beautiful rainbow feathers are gone. My voice that used to sing a sweet song is gone. All because of what I did to save my friends. But I'm going to give you a special gift. A very, very special gift for being brave and unselfish. The two-legged will never hunt you because now your meat will always taste like fire and smoke. And the two-legged will never want to capture you now because your beautiful voice is all crackly and hoarse. And the two-legged will never want your feathers now because all those beautiful rainbow colors are black. But there's where the magic happens. If you dry your eyes and look close at all those black feathers, you will see that they shine and reflect all the colors of the earth. You still have your rainbow. The Crow dried his eyes, and he looked down at his feathers, and indeed, he saw hundreds of rainbows, thousands of rainbows, millions and billions and trillions of tiny, magnificent rainbows shining in each and every black feather. And for him to know this inside himself was enough. Well, the Great Spirit returned to his home in the distant sky, and Crow now happily returned to his friends in the forest, proud to be called Black Crow, with feathers full of tiny, shining, magnificent rainbows. The story of Rainbow Crow, retold by Nancy Van Lan. Now I'm going to tell you at the end of this story, I give each of my children or adults listening a crow feather. And it looks black to the eye, but if you take it outside and tilt it into the sun, you will see hundreds of rainbows, thousands of rainbows, millions and billions and trillions of rainbows. And remember, who's terrific and magnificent? You are. Share this wonderful story with a friend, and even one that you haven't made yet, and sing a song. Aloha, a hui ho.